What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, and in the final pre-season game, just under a week until the big kickoff, it is Tottenham 2, Hoffenheim 2, which obviously followed on from a 3-0 win yesterday. But, you know, if you came here expecting attacking patterns of play, if you came here expecting a good game of football, you would have been thoroughly disappointed, because it was a bit of a shocker, to be honest, lads. It really was a bit of a shocker. Rusty. Everyone, the majority of players on the pitch were rusty. I won't say everyone, because I think Luca Williams-Barnett did look sharp. But I guess the main talking point is Maddison getting his first start of pre-season and looking very rusty himself, giving away a penalty, trying a turn in the box and giving it away, and fouling his opposite number in the box, gave away a penalty. Spurs go 1-0 down. And look, against the run of play, Spurs get back into the game with a corner and a header from Ben Davies. Was a really nice work to set piece. But I guess the main takeaways from this is that the players outside of the first 11 that started yesterday against Hoffenheim don't look ready, nowhere near ready.
I think part of it, yes, a lot of them look rusty and they look like they need more time on pre-season. A lot of them haven't had pre-season minutes. But on the flip side, a lot of them as well, it's a mix and match team, isn't it? Maybe you put Fernandes or Bentancur in the team yesterday, do they look a bit different? Same with some of the other players. So it's harsh to judge completely, but yeah, I think a lot of them, especially Maddison, clearly is a bit slow. He's a bit rusty. He was turning not as sharp as we know he can. His passing wasn't as crisp as it usually is. I do think as the half wore on, he started to get on the ball a bit more and he started to look a bit more confident, but obviously was taken off at half time. So clearly he was only able to last 45 minutes, which kind of tells you the levels he's at the moment. He's going to need a few weeks at least to really get up to, probably to get up to full speed. He's probably going to need a bit longer than that, but even to be performing at a good level, he's going to need a few weeks probably, because the way he gave away the penalty, he just looked really rusty, didn't he? And looked completely off the pace. I think someone like Sarr, interesting enough, he started a bit rusty, but I thought he actually, by the second half, he was really growing into the game and was looking a lot sharper and actually turned into one of our better players by the end of the game. I think it wasn't a game really to see De Zerbi ball. You have to say, I think Hoffenheim were the ones dominating the ball majority of the time. They were the ones making most of the running. It was more kind of Tottenham under pressure for a lot of the game and having to defend a lot. So it wasn't really a game where we saw how ready the team is in accordance to how they're getting up to speed with this tactics or anything like that. But I think there were obviously some decent individuals. I think the star of the show, Luca Williams-Barnett, was a class above everyone else, really, yet again. And some of his brilliant dribbling, he looked quick, sharp, scored a brilliant goal, and he was the brightest spark by far.
Yeah, absolutely. From start to finish, no one was kind of on his level. The ease he was taking it, sometimes he was taking it past his man. He looked physically up to the challenge. He was getting himself in dangerous areas. He just looked like he was ready for a game today, where a lot of the others just kind of are either coming back from injury, it's their first chance in pre-season. I think him and Ben Davies were probably the best Spurs players on the pitch today. I think Sousa made a decent account of himself, but for Luca Williams-Barnett to get a goal today, it's fantastic. You saw yesterday Mikey Moore getting 2 goals. What happens with him, I don't know. But Luca Williams-Barnett is too young to go out on loan, so he's going to have to stick around. And I think from what we've seen from him in pre-season, he needs to stick around the first team. He needs to be in and amongst it, in my opinion, and playing with men, because, you saw at times he was able to breeze past, international players, men players that are seasoned pros. So this is his level. And look, he's not a perfect player, don't get me wrong. He's 17 years old. He's still got a lot of learning to do. But the way he does that learning is being in amongst the seasoned pros. And I think we've got such a talent on our hands with Luca Williams-Barnett. And I really hope he's in that first matchday squad next week.
Yeah, the likelihood is, the way things are going, he probably will be. But what I like about him is not only physically does he seem to be taking people on and even making it look effortless, but he does things with a bit of quality. Like even his passing, when he a switch of play or he draws a ball out wide, it's with a bit of class. It's crisp. It's not a bobbling pass. It's into the path of the player he's looking at. When he when he put that cross in for Danso at the back post, right on the money. I mean, the guy has quality in his boots. I think physically he's getting up to speed with the men's football as well. He just looks like a real talent, and the way he took his goal with supreme confidence, just stroked it into the corner, and he didn't even celebrate it like it wasn't a big deal. And you think about, he's a 17-year-old scoring for the first team, and he didn't seem to think it was like a great thing, which is just goes to show the confidence he has in himself.
Yeah, and I think a lot of players have spoken about that kind of self-confidence that he does have, and it's there for all to see. You know, if he gets knocked off the ball, or if he loses the ball, or if he doesn't take a man on successfully, he gets up and he goes again. You know what I mean? He doesn't give up. So it's fantastic. But look, the reality is it wasn't really a game of football that we saw today. It was just a glorified training session. That's pretty much what it was. So it's good to get minutes in some of these players' legs. Bentancur played 90 minutes today. Mateus Fernandes, 90 minutes today. Maddison, 45 minutes. Sarr, 90 minutes. Luca Williams-Barnett playing close to the 90 minutes. So all these players, I think the minutes would have put them in good stead going into the season next week. So with Mateus Fernandes, obviously everyone's so excited to see him play after that first goal against MK Don, scoring an absolute worldie with his first touch in the Spurs shirt. I think you saw, mostly good from him. A few bad moments in terms of losing the ball in some bad areas, but you really saw him spraying the balls left and right. Unbelievable cross for Ben Davies's goal as well. That ball playing ability, you just saw it on show today, didn't you?
Yeah, I think he was probably one of the players maybe hampered by the players he was playing with, not receiving maybe as good a passes as he would be if he had Van Hecker and Senesi behind him. Also didn't have too many good players to maybe pass the ball to in front of him. But I actually think him and Bentancur grew into the game quite nicely. I think both of them, as the game went on, started to really show their quality in the middle of the park. And yeah, Fernandes, brilliant cross for the goal. And I think you saw that we know there's an extremely good player, and we're all very excited. I do wonder, I think, what De Zerbi does next week. Obviously, another week in training, and so they've got another week to prove themselves they're ready for Brentford. But obviously Bergvall had a pretty good game yesterday, so it's going to be interesting to see what he selects come the first game against Brentford in the starting lineup. But I liked what I saw from Bentancur and Fernandes mostly today.
Yeah. But look, at the end of the day, there's not really much to go on watching this 90 minutes of football. It was a very experimental side against a Hoffenheim side that made a host of changes through various parts of the game. A lot of kids getting on the pitch today. So I don't think, we can really sit here and say that we learnt too much from the game. I think Brandon Austin instead of Dubravka was a bit of a surprise, and I don't think Austin probably did himself any favours with his playing out the back. I think it was horrible at times. A lot of times it went out of the pitch, and a lot of times it was playing Spurs into trouble. But on the flip side of that, he did make a couple of good saves throughout the game. So a bit up and down from Brandon Austin. But what De Zerbi wants from his keepers, and he wants keepers comfortable on the ball, like Kinski is. Kinski obviously is at a high level of that, but Brandon Austin didn't really show any examples of it.
Yeah, and even gave away a corner, didn't he? Him and Danso screwing up one of their attempts at build-up and put us under pressure. I thought Danso, again, he's only had 3 minutes in pre-season, but he looked kind of rusty. He didn't look particularly great either. So it was obviously a chance for a lot of these players to get more minutes into their legs ahead of the season. I think that was obviously the goal. That's why we had the second friendly. So I think from that point of view, it'll be good. We didn't lose, so that's also positive, although Hoffenheim were the better team. But I think, in terms of the positives, having Luca Williams-Barnett ball out as he did, that was probably worth watching the game for.
Yeah, that and Maddison, and to see Maddison back on the pitch regardless of how he played. You know what I mean? Maddison to get 45 minutes in his legs when he's barely been training and hasn't featured yet in pre-season is a massive positive for me. It's a bit of a shame, because we heard that Kudus could be involved this weekend. He hasn't seen any minutes, so that's a bit of a shame. Obviously, with the likes of Dominic Solanke, we don't know what's going on there. Mickey van de Ven hasn't played yet. So, there are some major concerns going into the start of the season. But what can we do? We can only go with what we've got. And, with what we've gone through over the last couple of years of all these injuries, you thought, new season, new hopes that we're going to put all these injury worries behind us, but we are going into the season with 7 or 8 kind of injury concerns, which is, not great.
Yeah, but it's an interesting one. Like, a lot of these players are currently not injured, or reportedly they're not injured. I think last season and season before, obviously we had several long-term injuries and we knew they were going to be out for a while. Like, when it comes to Van de Ven, Solanke, Kudus, Udogie, like, I don't know what the situation is. Obviously, there are concerns because they're not playing at the moment and they haven't had any pre-season. But in terms of, like, concerned about how long they're going to be injured for, we just don't really know what the situation is.
But, like, are they training? Like, if they're not training, like, why are they not training? Like, is there more going on that the club is actually letting off? You know what I mean? Because if they are just trying to manage their minutes and being super cautious with them, surely they'd at least be training.
You'd hope so.
That's what you would think. That's what you'd assume. And a lot of them are not training. You know, we haven't seen. I don't remember seeing Udogie in training. I don't remember seeing Van de Ven in training. I don't remember. Kudus, I think, has just come back to training. So all these players, there are massive question marks about them.
Well, we know that we saw on the sidelines Van de Ven, Solanke were in training gear. I believe Udogie and Kudus were not.
Yeah.
So maybe that gives an indication of who's more ready.
Yeah, and I think when Porro came back and they did that guard of honour, I don't think Van de Ven was in training gear.
I know obviously there was no Porro today, but I'm assuming he's only had one training session.
Porro I'm less concerned about because he was the last one back, so it kind of makes sense for him not to be involved this weekend. But the others I am pretty concerned about, and let's hope that it's just them kind of managing the minutes and they'll be all right. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But like I said, not really much to learn from today. Good to see the players on the pitch. Good to see Maddison back on the pitch, and good to see Spurs not actually go through the whole of pre-season unbeaten. So yeah, not really much to say on the game.
Yeah, the game, as you say, was just about getting minutes in the legs. It's not really. You can't really judge performance too much. You can obviously see who's sharp and who's not, but it's not really about judging performance of the team.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts on the game. 2-2 at Hotspur Way. Yesterday, Spurs winning 3-0. And next stop is the Premier League. Next stop is Brentford away. Saturday, 5:30. Do Spurs look ready for the new season? Please let me know in the comment section below, because I do have some questions about it. I don't think we do look completely ready. Look, I haven't been following other teams pre-season. I know Arsenal, looking at Arsenal's results, they have lost or not won in the majority of their games. So maybe it's just a case of a lot of teams just don't look ready right now because of the World Cup and because of various different situations. But like I said yesterday, I think it is going to be a slow burner, this Premier League, for a lot of teams because of the World Cup. But yeah, let us know in the comment section below. Do you think Spurs look ready for this current campaign now pre-season is done and dusted? But that is your instant match reaction. Let's move on, people. We are doing a giveaway today. A lot of you have already entered the giveaway on the live watch along. We're giving you just about 10, 20 more minutes to join this giveaway. We are going to do a Tottenham update. As soon as the Tottenham update is done, we'll be drawing the live giveaway. A shirt will be going to one of you lucky people. But first up, let's get in to this Tottenham update. And where else to start but the Daily Savinio, people. So on Savinio, we all know Manchester City are playing Arsenal today in the Community Shield, and Savinio is not in the squad. This illness must be really bad, and I really hope he gets better soon, but Savinio is not in the squad.
A dose of Tottenhamitis he's been diagnosed with. Romano tweeting about it as well, saying not in the squad today, with daily contacts from Tottenham continuing. I think that tells you all you need to know when it comes to where this deal is headed. Obviously, he's played the majority of pre-season, been actually one of their better players in pre-season as well. He's picked up a lot of praise from City fans and casual watchers who've been watching their pre-season games. So you would have thought if he was going to be part of the season, he would probably be starting today because he'd probably been deserving it through what he's done in pre-season. But not on the bench, left out of the squad entirely with rumours at the back end of last week that talks are ramping up and this could be done before the Brentford game. So I think that's exactly what we wanted to see, him being left out of the squad entirely, and that gives you more hope that this is coming to a conclusion now.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he was going to be at least on the bench today, but he's not. He's out with illness, and let's see how this progresses this week now. You know, we know that he was left out of training, or he left himself out of training with an illness at the back end of last week. Now he's not in the squad, so hopefully this really progresses now, and we can get him in time for the game this weekend. But someone actually makes a good point in the comments section that he might have to, or he's going to have to apply for a new work permit, so that might take a bit more time. So maybe it is a bit fanciful thinking that even if we get this deal wrapped up in the early stages of this coming week, if he can even be in the squad for the weekend.
I don't know how long these things take. I mean, assuming because he's at City now, it shouldn't be too difficult to obtain it.
I can't remember if it was Tonali. I think it was Tonali. It took him a while to get that work permit. Do you not remember? And he couldn't train for I think Fernandes was training 3 or 4 days before him. And Fernandes actually signed off. Who signed first? Fernandes signed first, didn't he? It was a day in between, but it was a lot longer than that when Tonali got into training. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. But it probably is a bit fanciful thinking that he's going to be in the squad for the game this weekend. But let's hope that we can get it wrapped up, and he is. What's interesting is Fabrizio Romano on his YouTube channel yesterday said that the idea from Spurs is to sign Savinho and Gakpo plus a central striker. We were saying yesterday that we think it's just going to be Savinho and Gakpo, and maybe that's going to be that for the transfer business. SZY kind of responded to it and said that Tottenham are fuming at Fabrizio, and this was supposed to be a secret. Spurs were not. It wasn't supposed to get out there that Spurs are going to be looking for a striker. But I mean, Spurs have been linked to strikers all summer. But anyway, SZY and a few other journalists has been talking about who that striker could be. And the first name that we're going to talk about is Nicholas Jackson. Fabrice Hawkins said yesterday that Villa, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid are among the clubs monitoring Nicholas Jackson. Chelsea value Jackson at £60 million, a figure currently providing a major obstacle to the teams chasing him. SZY does say, though, that Jackson apparently is not highly rated at Tottenham. But he also said in a tweet after it that he's saying that from the people that he's spoken to, it's not been ruled out. So, but it hasn't been ruled in. So make of that what you will.
Not first on the list. Again, maybe it's one where if we go to the last few days of the window, he's still available, we're still looking for a striker, maybe it's one we look at. As I've said before, I think I like Jackson. I don't think he's like a world-class striker or anything, but I think he's strong, physical, he's a nuisance, and he does get goals. In his 2 seasons at Chelsea, he scored, I think, 10 goals and 14 goals, and also was getting assists as well. So I think he's a good link player. I don't think he's an amazing finisher, but he gets himself lots of chances, which leads to opportunities to get goals, and he ends up with a decent goal tally by the end of the season usually. Does miss good, presentable chances. But I think if you're comparing him now to what we have, I think we might look a better team with someone like Jackson up front.
Yeah, and I think the traits that he has will be very suited to what Roberto De Zerbi wants to do. His link-up play, hold-up play, chaos maker, speed, athleticism. He's got some really good traits about him. And I've always looked at Nicholas Jackson and said, this guy has got it all to be a top striker. He just needs to refine that finishing, and that's the kind of thing missing from his game. Like if he could become a proper good finisher, then he'd be a top striker, wouldn't he? Like a top striker. And it's just holding him back right now. And I feel like he's been clowned upon a lot at his time at Chelsea. And when you look at the stats, when you look at the numbers, you think about does that actually make sense for him to be clowned upon as much as he was with the amount of goals that he was actually getting?
I think a lot of Jackson is because in big moments, he seems to kind of fluff his lines a lot. I remember I think it was maybe the Carabao Cup final. He had so many chances that game, and he just seemed to not be able to hit a barn door. And it's and also I think they played City in a semi-final, and he was missing one-on-one after. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. He's missing a one-on-one after one-on-one, and I think those moments stick in your head, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But, you got people just forget about the goal tally and they just look at those kind of moments. You know what I mean? Like every striker misses chances. He might miss more than your average striker. But also, he's getting those strikers. He's getting those chances.
Yeah.
So you got to give him credit for that as well. So I wouldn't mind Nicholas Jackson at all. Another striker who's been mentioned is Georgi Mikitadze. What SZY says on Mikitadze is that he's a profile that Tottenham really like, a bit similar to Krupi.
Yeah, and I think the data definitely backs up. I think that is just the kind of player he is. I think there are little question marks in terms of his lack of physicality. Obviously, he's got no aerial kind of ability, so it's not like we can ever lump the ball to him and expect him to hold the ball up. But I would say, obviously, Richarlison and Solanke are quite decent at that. So if we got one of those strikers, and then you got Mikitadze, you might have a good balance and a good kind of variety there. I like the thought of Mikitadze because I think he provides quite a lot of quality, technical ability in that forward line. I think he's almost like a 9.5. Like he can drop deep, he can provide assists, he can pick the lock, but also he's a really good finisher. He can be like Roberto Firmino kind of player. I how I see him. The only question marks about whether he's physically got it to play in the Premier League. I think that's what we got to think about. But I like him. I think he'd be high on my list.
I think if you remember what Roberto De Zerbi was saying about when he was talking about bringing players in the forward line, that he wanted players with height and to think about set pieces and stuff. He doesn't really play into that. But whenever I've seen him play, he's always been a kind of threat. So I would say that. But we'll have to wait and see. The other player that has been mentioned is Ollie Watkins. So this is really interesting because SNY says that Ollie Watkins has been offered to Spurs, but he is in talks with another team. That's what he's saying. He believes he's in talk with another team.
There was rumours of Turkey, so I wonder if it's a team like out there or I don't know. If it's in the Premier League, I mean, who would it be? I don't know. I can't. Newcastle? Would it be any of the top 6 teams? Chelsea? I mean, Chelsea just signed well.
No, it won't be Chelsea.
Liverpool? No.
No, it could be Manchester United.
Yeah, maybe Man United, an alternative to Sesko. So
and
maybe
Sesko
him
as well, going into the season with injury problems.
Yeah, so maybe it's them. But look, for one, yes, you would have to consider him for me a short-term option. He's not going to be your striker for like 5 years, but that's fine. I think if you could have him for 2 or 3 years at the level that he's at now, I think he is a player that isn't maybe at peak fitness. I think I was looking at some of his numbers and he is way down when it comes to like pressures and stuff. So I think Villa maybe allow him not to do as much defensive duty as other strikers, but he's still got the physicality to hold the ball up. He kind of battles for second balls very well, and the most important thing is he puts the ball in the back of the net, and he's got a very good scoring record. Last season was a weird one for him because up until December he had like 2 goals. He was really struggling, and then I don't know what happened, but from like February onwards, I think it kind of turned for him when he was left out of the England squad just before the World Cup. And it was like, okay, he realised I got a real knuckle down here if I'm going to make that England squad. And he went on a mad run. He scored like 13 goals in the last like few months of the season and ended up with a really healthy goal tally.
16 he got last season, yeah.
Yeah, but like up until January, he was like he had like 3 goals, I think it was. Like he was really struggling. So I don't know what is indicative of what you can learn from that. Why was he struggling so much early on, and what was the difference? What was the turning point? But if you obviously take his history over the last few years, he's obviously been a massive goal scorer. He's been a brilliant striker. There was that one season he scored like 19 goals and also got like 15 assists. He was like ridiculous. That was like a couple of years ago now. I would love Watkins. I would take him. I think he's much better than what we have. I think it is a short-term option. He's already 30, so you've got to bear that in mind. But in terms of a striker, I don't know who we can get who's better than him right now, to be honest. It's a hard one to say.
Yeah, in terms of like what you're talking about in guaranteed goals, he'll bring you that. He'll put the ball in the back of the net, and I much would prefer to trust him than a Solanke and a Richarlison. I think he'd be our starting striker week in, week out, and he'll get us goals, and that's what we want. If you had Savinho and Gakpo, or Savinho and Kudus, or Kudus and Tel, or whatever, they're going to lay chances on for him, and he's going to put the ball in the back of the net. So I would definitely take Ollie Watkins this summer, 100%. And the other strikers he's mentioned is Mateta, Thiago, and Balogun, and he's just said no to all of them. Basically, Spurs are going to go for all three of them.
Fair enough. As long as we have someone better in mind, and as long as we get someone over the line, I don't mind. I think they should all be considered. I don't think we should definitely bat them off outright. But yeah, I don't think any of them should be first choice. I kind of agree with that.
I'm kind of surprised about the Mateta one, because like he as well is a proven goal scorer in the Premier League going into the last year of his contract. I think you could probably get him at a fairly good price, and I think he'd be pretty decent in a De Zerbi Spurs team. Balogun, I'm kind of not sure about. Thiago's an interesting one, isn't it? Because he just had such a fantastic season last year, but in terms of like his technical ability, it just seems really low. Like, is he good? Was it kind of like a one-season wonder for him? I guess we'll see this season. Or
it does seem to be bagging in pre-season.
Yeah, but you looked at it in the World Cup and you're just thinking, well, this is just a poor player. That's what you thought that's what I thought when I was watching it.
Yeah, he wasn't good at the World Cup.
So that's the striker situation. On the right back situation, which is interesting, we heard from Spurs Journal yesterday saying that they're not fully focused on getting a right back, but SZY says those suggesting Gray is going to be cover at right back is not the truth. He says if Gakpo and Savinho get over the line before the last few days of the window, then they would like to do it this summer, as Roberto De Zerbi does want another right back in. So we're going to look to get our attacking business first, and then a right back will be kind of the last thought, which is kind of plays into what Spurs Journal was saying anyway.
Yeah, that's what this is what we were saying yesterday. It's not a priority as much as I want a new right back. I think we need to be focusing on getting these attacking players, and if we can have time and money to get that another right back in, then we do it. But I'd rather be relying on Gray as backup right back than miss out on any attacking targets. That shouldn't be the focus.
Yeah, the thing is, it's just like, why are we leaving this all so late? That's what I was saying yesterday. Like, we knew Spence was going. We knew we needed a regeneration of this forward line. We're now a week to go till the start of the season, 2 weeks to go till the end of the transfer window. And we've just got so much business still left to do. Like this last month, we could have done so much business that we've needed to do, and we haven't done it. So that's kind of the biggest frustration for me. We've known that we've wanted to do it, and for one reason or another, we just haven't.
Yeah. Look, maybe it's needed this time for the market to move. Obviously, Savinho and Gakpo haven't really opened up until, hopefully, they open up in the last week and next week or so. But those have been kind of closed options, it seems, up until this point. When it comes to the striker, I don't know what I mean. If those are our targets, those all could have been done a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand.
And the right back as well.
And the right back as well. So I don't know why it's taking long.
Yeah. Well, look, that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all the news stories that we have brought you today. It is time for the giveaway. So, bloody hell. A lot of you in here. Let me line you all up. So what's the date today? The 16th.
Today's the 16th,
A lot of people. This is the biggest giveaway in terms of numbers that we've seen enter.
Who is in it to win it? Come on, people.
All right. Can I connect?
Yep. Let's view.
All right.
I don't know if it's working.
Yeah, it's connected.
Nice.
Let's go. All right. We're about to line it up for you. A shirt giveaway. And that's a thank you for all the likes that you provided on the watch along stream today. You hit over 1,500 for the last pre-season game at Hotspur Way. And now it's time. Let's do it. Who's ready for the giveaway, people? Who is ready?
Who's in it? Who's in the draw? Come on. Who's in it to win it?
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bring on the wheel. Seb Mutton.
Seb Mutton. Big up to Seb Mutton.
Come on, Seb. Seb Mutton is the winner of the giveaway for this stream. You are getting a Tottenham replica shirt right to your door.
Lovely. If you just bring that off a sec. Let me... All right, so let's see who...
Well done, Seb.
Who is Seb Mutton?
Who are you, Seb? Toe says, that's my son, I'll take it for him.
Seb Mutton, here he is. He's in England.
Oh, thank God.
Zany Zim.
Zany Zim. There he is. Oh, nice. Wasn't expecting that. Cheers, guys. Big up to you, Zany. You are the winner of this shirt. You've put your address in, so it's coming right to you.
Big up Zany Zim. Big up Seb Mutton. You are getting a shirt which will be sent out very, very soon. But that
Love
is that.
some mutton, says Mr. Geek.
That is that for the giveaway. Someone says Seb Mutton must be a troll. Oh, good. All right. KPV in the live chat. We're going to put the link out now for you guys to have your say on the final pre-season game. I want to know from you guys, are we ready for the new season? Are we ready or not? You let me know.
All right. Also, let us know maybe the winners or losers of pre-season. Who did their chances well coming into the season? Who you impressed with? Who you worried about going into the new season? Who concerns you? Let us know. But yeah, we are about to start getting callers. All right. When are we going to get the Here We Go for?
Today.
Today, yeah?
Anvil says, ready for top 8. Next season needs a big transfer. Are you thinking of next transfer window already?
Oh, he's been...
Half an hour to go as well till the Community Shield. What are the lineups?
Haaland starts.
Haaland starts.
For Arsenal, Saka, Rice, Gabriel. Sorry, Saka, Rice missing. Gabriel's in. Bruno G.
Saka and Rice were on the bench. So you've got Raya, White, Gabriel Mosquera, Calafiori, Bruno, Skelly, Odegaard, Madueke, Havertz, Solis. And for Man City, you've got Donnarumma, Kuzanov, Diaz, Guardiola, O'Reilly, Anderson, Kovacic, Semenyo, Foden, Doku, and Haaland.
With Jack Grealish on the bench.
Jack Grealish. Mark Gehi on the bench. Ryan Cherky on the bench. Well, We got Mr. Daigle in the live chat as well.
Big up, Brian.
Who's joining? KPV. Bring him on.
Yeah.
Bring him on.
Oh, okay.
No one else.
Oh no.
What?
What? What?
Oh, here he is. Here he is. The Professor of Truth and Entertainment is in the house. It's been a while. It's like Doctor Doom has entered in the studio.
If you were coming here for any positivity, look away now.
It's now time to get a dose of reality by Mr. Box Office.
More like a dose of delusion. Mr. Box Office, how are we doing, my friend?
Yeah.
Oh, you're muted. Keep it that way. Keep it that way.
Well, I'm here.
All right. We can hear you.
I'm here.
It's
I'm
very,
here.
it's very bright in your
begging
room,
me
mate.
to come on.
It's very
begging
bright
me.
in your room.
You're calling
You've
for
been begging
Amir
me.
or you're here?
Oh, but don't get me started on Brian. Don't get me started on Brian. Don't get me started on that Brian Daigle. Honestly, the most waffle I've heard from him for so long now. Honestly, he loves half an apple pie, that guy does, you know. Honestly.
Why? What
Bloody
did you
hell.
say? What did you say that was wrong?
No, he just honestly, it's like it doesn't take a lot to get people excited, and he's one of them. Bloody hell, I love him a bit, but honestly, he just.
Are
loves
you not
his
excited? Are you not excited, Alex?
Yeah, but I don't need. It just doesn't need. You know, it doesn't take
Saying?
a lot.
What?
I mean, I need like a year, at least a year or 2 years to take it up. But this is Spurs fans for you. Too easily, please. But before, no, I need to get into the point because you know, like I said, I'm only here for 5 minutes because Mr. Box Office only takes 5 minutes, not like Stelios that takes about 20 minutes to make his point. Anyway, I love Stelios, but that's the point anyway. You know what I mean?
Anyone else you want to go at before you make your point?
I'm going to make the point now, Ben. Right? Maddison. James Maddison. Let's talk about James Maddison. Our number 10. James Maddison.
Yeah.
Who says now he's fit. That's missed 70 games since he's been at Tottenham. Tottenham, if you keep Maddison and rely on Maddison this season, it's on you. It's on you. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this anymore. This guy is not going to be fit for the whole season. He's not going to be fit for the whole season. If we're going to rely on him for this season, right, that's your fault. Right? That's your fault. I'm sorry. Right? We could talk about Fernandes. We could talk about Tonali. We can talk about the youngsters that are absolutely nowhere to be seen, like Bergvall, for instance, that now is the best thing going now again. We're doing it again now, Tottenham fans. Archie Graves, why captain? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Him as captain, the Harry Winks impersonator. What are we doing here? You get what I'm saying? So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, right, James Maddison, right, we should be getting somebody in that can replace James Maddison right now because we can't rely on him, right? We certainly can't rely on Javi Simmons, who's going to be injured until next year, and we certainly can't rely on that waste of space Tell, right? Is now all of a sudden now the best thing going after pre-season, and look how that worked out for Sarr. Look how that worked out for Sarr last season.
He's not been good in pre-season.
I know he's been very good because I've heard it from you guys waffling.
So you haven't watched it? You haven't watched pre-season?
I have watched him, yes. I have watched him.
And
yes,
so what did you think?
He's okay. He's done okay.
He's
in
played well.
Game, who cares? Who cares about pre-season though? Who
But he's
cares?
played well. He's played well in pre-season.
Okay, great. He's doing it in a game that is less, less pressure on him. Let's see what he does when he does against Brentford. Let's see what he does this season. Yeah, let's see what he does. Yeah.
What are you even trying to say here?
What I'm trying to say is right now, right, is that we can't rely on certain players like James Maddison, Jamie Simmons, right, Kulusevski, Kudos. We need players to challenge him right now, or they need to be out that squad.
Would Savinho and Gakpo be good enough?
Savinho, I've said in my video, is bang average. Is the worst signing in the summer, like on numbers. Like I said, Gakpo was bang average, but still can improve our team. So I'll take both of them on the promise that Savinho has to do better than what he's doing right now. But there are better players out there.
Who would you go for?
I'll take Grealish. I would have taken Welbeck. I would have taken some players in Spain that fit our system.
Who? Like who?
I can't name them right now. I need to do my research on them, but there are players out there.
Just Spain. Just some players.
Anyone
in Spain.
from Spain, bring them in.
So I could think of players. I'm saying all these players. I think there are better players out there right now for me at the moment.
So you would have taken Savinho then after his season in Spain.
Yeah, but you got a good comeback there. You got me on that one. You got me on that one. You have to have 2 or 3 seasons, Ben. You have to have 2 or 3 seasons.
Okay, now
You have to have 2 or 3 seasons. Because we had one player that had a very good season in Germany. I forgot his name now. I forgot his name now. From Leipzig, I think it was. And
Werner?
No, not Werner. He was
Javi Simmons?
No, Ivory Coast player. I forgot his name now. But he's gone to Real Madrid.
Diamande.
Real Madrid. The young player. I can't remember.
Diamande.
Mande, yeah, I think it is. So,
What about him? We never had him.
Sorry?
What about him?
No, I'm just saying that he had a really good season in the Bundesliga, didn't he? And
now he's at Real Madrid.
What's your
Now
point?
he's at Real Madrid. So what my point is that you can't just rely on just one season on one player, can you?
But he's at Real Madrid now.
That's an example of someone you can get, isn't it?
No, I think it's an example that you shouldn't just rely on just one player playing one season in a league and having a great season. You need to have at least 2 or 3 seasons. At least 2 or 3. Two at least.
Boxy, I've got someone in the back end that's waiting to destroy you.
Okay, bring them on. Bring them on.
Bring him on. Bring him on, Sammy.
Bring them on.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring him on together.
You know what?
That's it. You're finished, Alex. You're finished now.
You're done.
I'm finished. Oh, really?
You're finished.
All right. Who else? What Arnie? Please tell me.
You're finished now, Alex. That's
really? I'm
Game
really
over. Game
really
over.
I'm really scared. Let me do this. I need to sort my camera out, man. I've got to be looking good in this sort of thing because I want to destroy somebody in my good camera. Honestly, like bloody hell. Like honestly.
We've got the Professor of Truth and Entertainment against the Professor of Positivity. That's what we've got right now.
Professor of Positivity.
Oh,
Hello. Is that waffler? Oh, here we go. See? I caused chaos after the first back. When I'm first back. Yeah, bear me a sec. I need to look good in colour. You know what I mean? You know?
The Professor of Waffle against the Professor of Positivity.
Well,
that's what we got now.
Good in the camera. Good in the camera right now.
So, do you know what? I'm just there chilling, enjoying my day off, a nice Sunday. And I hear Alex flapping his gums. And the first thing he says is what he said. And we have to know, and Alex, people have to know, last time Alex did this, he joined the show, screamed for 15 minutes, agreeing with everything I said, that he was going to come on and cook me. So the first thing he said, just in this what I heard, was we can't rely on James Maddison. What have I been saying on this channel and about wanting Morgan Gibbs White? Because, guess what, Alex? We can't rely on James Maddison. So I just wanted to come on and speak with you, bro, and obviously the brothers. So,
Nice to see you, Brian.
You good, bro? You good, Sim? You good, Ben? Everyone in the chat?
Alex, what you started your call saying, "Don't get me started on Brian Daigle, that waffler." So what have exactly do you disagree with Brian on?
No, because it's all of a sudden now we need to be positive because they've given us a little bit of joy in terms of the signings that we've got right now, like Tonali, Fernandez, Senesi, Robertson, not Dubravka, because Dubravka for me is just another version of bloody was it Vicario, but just older, and Jan van Heck. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden now we should be praising the ownership. Now I think we should be praising them because you know we should be big enough to if we're big enough to criticize them, we can now praise them now. And as far as I'm concerned, they've had the most easiest job going as far as I'm concerned because it couldn't get any worse, couldn't it? Let's be honest here. You know what I mean? It was just about time. It's like time was ticking. You know what I mean? Where's my watch? Oh, sorry, I can't find my watch. Because how long have we been waiting for this? You know what I mean? How long have we been waiting for this? Like, it's like we should be grateful. Be grateful for what? For how many years of waiting? No disrespect, but Vinay is no apprentice, by the way. He's no apprentice. You know, he was senior at Arsenal, so he knows the job. You know what I mean? You know. So I'm sorry, I don't get it. I don't get it why we need to be grateful or something like that. As far as I'm concerned, you've got a lot to still prove at the moment, and you ain't done that. You ain't really finished the job yet. You can't even get a striker. You can't even get a forward right now.
Brian,
you know what I mean?
Over, mate.
Brian, is that what you've been saying? We should be grateful now to the ownership?
Absolutely goddamn not. Well, are you listening? Have you got your settings on a different language when you listen to me? Alex, when we went into the summer, did you want to see Spurs smash their wage structure? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, did Spurs do that?
Yeah, great. Give him a bit of feedback. I don't let you speak. I'm just saying, give him a bit of feedback. Give him a bit of feedback.
I allowed you to speak, so let's just ask some questions. Did you want to see Spurs smash their transfer record?
Great. I saw that under the Daniel Levy. Next question.
Oh, okay. Did you want to see him smash it twice in 48 hours with pure quality?
Oh, great. But you can argue that.
No, it's yes or no. Yes or no.
Yeah. But I'm just coming back to what you're saying. I'm coming back to what you're saying.
So yes or no. Did you want to see players get out and sold for decent money?
Yeah, great. But we're still here.
Okay. I'm asking you these questions. They're very simple. Yes or no. That's all they are.
Yeah, I said yes.
Okay, so it's been yes, 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 and yes. Do you think we've upgraded our defence?
Yeah, but that wasn't that too.
Okay, so yes. Okay. Wait, I'm asking you the questions because you're sounding quite positive at the moment with these things. Did you want the midfield improved? The midfield that have looked like the Red Sea over the last few years with strength, quality, guile, and power.
Yeah, but I'm going to come back to that. I'll come back to what you're saying.
Okay.
Because you want yes, so yes, I'll come back to this. Yeah, great.
Is there still 16 days of the window, 16 days of the window left?
Yes, but I still can come back on that one. Yeah,
we're doing pretty good so far. So I'm glad.
No. I'm letting you say it's a yes or no question. I'm saying I'm going to come back on that because you're not allowing me to say right. Say yes.
We can come back on that.
Give some context to it.
Do I agree with that we should have got forwards in? Absolutely. Do I think Savinho or Cody will be in this week? But I think both will be in by the end of the window. So this window, when I've done, as you know, what I've done against my anger for the board, I'm tired of it. 18 years of doing what I did. For me to sit here and say I want them to do things in pure quality, they still need more. They still need to sell more. But if someone had told me on August the 16th, this is where we'd be at, the style of play looks much better, we look more comfortable on the ball, we need better players, and I'm going in like the club is showing with a bit more optimism, a bit more pride, a bit more enjoyment and excitement and anticipation, why can a Spurs fan not be happy with that? My stance on the board hasn't changed. I need to see this consistently for a good few windows. But they have to start somewhere. And what they have done this window is better than anything they have done in the 25 years they've been here. So after the transfer window came in 2002, we're at 2026. So that is 24 years, which means that's 48 transfer windows. I've waited for one like this. So if you think me being happy about Spurs doing one of the things of the three pillars that I was against the board for, and that's the most important one on the pitch, then you and me are very, very different where we are right now.
Well, I think we are definitely, because you like a half apple pie, like I said. So like I said, like this is why I say that you're more about a half an apple pie, because you get half what you want, like not that much in the grand scheme of things, because it's been how long of waiting for it, and all of a sudden now, right, because they've given you certain things, oh, we've got to be a little bit joyous, and that's it. And for me, at the moment, they're lucky that they're even in the conversation at the moment, right? We're in the conversation now, right? Because of the rules of the changes in our favour now, of this squad cost ratio now, where we've got the advantage now. So that's why they're able to flex their muscles a little bit more now.
So you're angry now that we've got the advantage.
No, I didn't say that. No. Again, you're misinterpreting what I've said again, and the way I'm putting it across. All I'm saying is, right? Okay, they've had the advantage now, put in their favour now, to do this right now, right? Especially when you're seeing what's happening with Aston Villa and Newcastle at the moment, right? So, which is why they're selling players and having to buy players, selling and buying players as well, those two teams. So for me, at the moment, they've been given a very good advantage, especially what we've been doing over the last how many years now, under the last ownership that we criticised.
Who is it? Whose fault is it that we're in this situation? Did it just fall on us?
I think it's been, everyone's kind of been a bit to blame for it, to be honest with you. I think everyone's been.
Why are we able to spend so much money and Villa and Newcastle are not?
Because of what's happened before, because of the revenues that we're making at the moment, and it's in our favour at the moment.
Yeah, but why
it's
is
definitely
it
in our favour?
Don't they
because of the
deserve
previous
credit?
own.
Don't they deserve credit for putting it in our favour?
Well, if I'm saying that, I'm going to have to give credit to Daniel Levy, then, shouldn't I? Then
It's yes or no answer.
Well, yeah, but that's Daniel Levy then. If we're going to do this,
Yeah.
if we're going to do this,
But it's
Mate,
all
if people would have heard me over the years they did, and not in the foreign language you're listening to me in, Alex, the one thing I never ever criticised Levy was getting us into this position. Getting us into this position and then taking advantage of it is what he didn't do. Now what we are doing is taking advantage of it. That's what we've done.
But is that because of the state of play though? Was it the state
Mate,
of play?
what do you want us to do? Do you want us to give trucks and loads of money to other teams and
No,
say?
but I'm just saying. I'm just saying at the moment, right? If we really are being genuine here right now, right? Was it just the state of play at that time? Right? Was it the right time for us to do it then? You see what I'm saying? Because at the moment, at this time right now, right? Maybe because we've got these rules are now in our advantage at the moment. Now we've got able to flex our muscles at the moment. Because really, to be honest with you, if we are really serious, why do we not do it in January? So we wouldn't be in the trouble that we're in January. You know what I mean? Over the last part of the season when we nearly got relegated.
But Alex, you just answered your own question. That's why I'm happy they're doing it this window. They should have done it in January and they didn't. So I slammed them. So you want me to get annoyed when they don't do it and annoyed when they do it?
No. I it's not really a case that you need to be annoyed. I just think because I've seen you criticise certain people for not being happy about what's going on so far at the moment. I sit there and say, Well, I'm not one of those people that are going to get so giddy when they've done something right over just one little period, when they really had no choice but to do something right now. I think it's over a amount of years where you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent.
But that's exactly what Daigle's been saying.
Fair point. Fair point. You've been making the same point, but I have seen you criticise a little bit as well. So I'm not saying that you're totally against it. It's just that sometimes I just think the one point that you made.
Wait a second, Alex. Wait a second, Alex. You came on here and you were calling out Daigle for his waffle, and now you're saying all the points that he's been making.
Well, okay, fair enough. Maybe we've got.
Alex, I've spent 6 years on YouTube going nuts about this.
Maybe I'll twist it. Maybe we got him in a little bit of a twist. It happens. It happens.
Alex, you ain't weaseling your way out of this one, Boxy. Come on,
Alex. What you say is, "I'm sorry, I was wrong."
That's what you say.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I never,
you just admitted you were wrong, though. You just admitted you were wrong.
Ever gonna admit I was wrong, because I had my reasoning to dig him out a little bit. You know what I mean?
God, what's your reasoning then?
You just proved your reasoning was wrong. You just proved your reasoning was wrong. And yeah.
But anyway, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Anyway.
Can we move on to the next topic? Can we move on to the next topic?
What is your reasoning?
I just thought that, because I just think he was digging us out a little bit, because we were just a bit too we're not as excited or as elated as certain people are, or you know, after just a short period. That's it. That was it, really. That's all I was saying. But you know,
I haven't digged
it's
anyone
not really
out.
that deep anyway. It's not that deep.
I haven't digged anyone out. I've just said what I've seen this window, I'm very, very happy with. And as I came on We Are Tottenham TV after the game yesterday, I said for 18 years, all my attention has been looking upstairs at the board, waiting for them to screw up, waiting to pounce, waiting to come on and spend my entire goddamn life speaking about Daniel Levy and this board. And I'm tired. I'm very, very tired of coming on with the same nonsense, or not nonsense, it's never nonsense, but you know what I mean, just coming on, Levy this, Levy that, board this, board that. Oh my God, but, mate, I've got 2 nephews now who soak up as much Spurs content as they want, and are that little kid that are just ecstatic and so excited to see Spurs back and watch Spurs play football. I remember a time, mate, when I used to be like that, and I cared about what's going on the pitch. I didn't go, oh, I wonder what these lot are doing up there. I want to have a little bit of time where I can enjoy being a Spurs fan again, and not have everything focusing around what they've done upstairs. That's it. If they do, if I feel we don't get strikers or wingers, I'm going to be bitterly disappointed. I ain't going to be happy, but I'm not going to shout, rave and moan. I'll get my point across, and that's it. Mate, I've literally spent 18 years doing this. Online, before YouTube. It's exhausting, it's draining, and I want to enjoy the football. And right now, with De Zerbi and what's being built in one window so far, and what we saw styles of play yesterday, and how comfortable players like Kinski, Van Hecke, Senesi, Tonali looked on the ball, playing no drama on the ball, playing under pressure, always want to pass the ball forward, always looking up. I enjoyed it. And I'm going to try and find the positives to talk about them, rather than hammering down week in, week out. Oh, that was negative. That was poor. That was crap. We need better. What a waste of life for 18 years of me doing it.
Alex, what part of that was waffle?
Listen. He's explaining himself well. Listen, for me, I tend to see what he's saying. I look at it differently. I think at the moment, I think there's still a lot more for them to prove in that sense. I still think there is the way that this transfer window has it's coming to an end. These last couple of weeks, it just show that they weren't organised as much. Also, the fact that we haven't got our ducks in order behind the scenes and who's in charge of that at the moment. And we'll have to wait and see how it works out after the end of this transfer window, and then the next couple of ones after that, and then we'll take it from there. Really. So you know, I tend to I'm very much putting my cards are marked with certain people. I've got to be honest. That's the way I feel at the moment, really, to be honest with you. And yeah,
so what was the whole point of this?
I do think they've got.
You called out Daigle just to agree with him. Is that what this is all?
That's what happened last time.
Listen. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's football, isn't it? You know what I mean? I love Daigle.
And when we are wrong, we admit we're wrong. So,
Sim, you can't say nothing to me because you never admit when you're wrong.
It's your turn.
Don't even try that.
It's your turn.
Don't even try that with me.
Are you a bigger man than me? Are you a bigger man than me, Alex?
Don't even try that with me. Don't even try that with me. I love the three of you to dearly. Alex leaves you dearly, but it's just that you know how it is. I ain't admitting nothing because I ain't that guy. I ain't that guy, and I'm never gonna change. And
were you correct to call out Daigle at the start of this show?
I said my piece. I called him out.
Were you correct? Were you correct?
And he made his point, and he was right. He's right what he said. That's all I'm gonna say.
So he's right. What does it make you?
Huh?
If he's right, what does it make you?
I'm fine. Anyway, listen. I want to say too much because I'm taking too much of your time, bro. I'm taking too much of your time.
All the time in the world, Alex. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But no. But the main point I was saying is that the main point I want to try and make really at the end of the day, and I thank you for Brian for coming on and confronting me because like that's all I'm about at the end of the day. I still don't think we can trust James Maddison this season. That's what I'm saying at the moment. I think you can't trust them right now. And I think for the opportunity we've got this season, with all the teams having a lot of things going on this season in terms of either playing in Europe too much, they haven't got their squad sorted out, or they've had trouble with FFP like Newcastle and Aston Villa, and Bournemouth in Europe. You've got Brighton in
Alex,
Europe.
it sounded like you watched someone's fan cam yesterday after the
game. No. I've been saying this. I've been saying this on the 2 March show. I should have been saying it on my channel, Mr. Box Office TV, as well. I've been saying it on a lot of channels. So I've not been watching other people. I only watch you sometimes. We Are Tottenham TV. I don't really get a chance to see Brian that much now these days. That's why it's good to speak to him right now. But I do think there is a chance that this is the best opportunity of us at least getting in the top 7 this season. At least. Because if you can't do it with 1 game a week, with all the things that are happening at the moment, I think it's a Leicester season at the moment this season. I'm not saying that we're going to be that Leicester City team. No, we're not. I don't think it's going to be a Leicester City Leicester City team that's going to win the league. No, 100% not. I think it's all Arsenal. I think Arsenal are the favourites, 100%. Right? But I do think this is a good opportunity, especially with the signs that we made. If we're looking at now Tonali and Fernandes maybe, but you look at the defence that we've got at the moment, I think that's a very good transfer window in that sense. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say it's an 8. I'm not going to say it's or a 10, but it's better than we have done before. I would say that, yes. So there is an opportunity here. You know what I mean? And if we're going to say that De Zerbi, Roberto De Zerbi is the best coach going, I'll finish on this. If Roberto De Zerbi is the best coach going with 1 game a week, I expect the best coach going to do better with these players then, right? Because Poch, back when he started, had a forward line of Adebayo, Soldado, right? Who was crap. Right, and who saved us? The one Harry Kane, who came out of luck. Yeah, so we're not going to do this. We're not doing this, yeah? That's all I've got to say. Back to you, Ben, to say something stupid.
So judging by everything that you just said, it sounds like you're a bit excited going into this season.
No, I didn't say I was excited. You can see the tone of my voice. I've said I'm expecting. That's all I'm saying, right? and then I'll judge when I see by the end of the season. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Alex, do you know as well? When you said league position, I was literally only with Ben and Simeon yesterday, and they both asked me where do I think in the league, and I said seventh in the FA Cup. Give it to me all day long, and challenge for Europe. And where did you say you want to finish top 7?
7, yeah. Well, okay, well, fair enough. We're on the same page. Yeah, I got it wrong, Brian. I got it wrong, Brian.
Alex, it's not you got mate. Do you know?
Congratulations,
like
Alex.
You know, Alex, you and me are tight. We're good
Yeah,
mates
yeah.
behind us. We are very good friends. And like I said, you came on. All it is now is I'm looking at it a bit more, not just like I said, board orientated. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm, and the players we've brought in. If you said this to me at the beginning after the Everton game, I wouldn't believe you that the players had come in. I'd be like, yeah, of course, Enoch will give it that. They'll do that. And what they have brought in, they have brought in genuine quality. And the most impressive thing, what they've done, is players that they've actually moved out. Rather than let them go on the last year of the contract or cheap, they've actually brought genuine transfer fees in and got rid of people that the manager, whoever it may be. And Alex, how long have we had managers that have had to deal with players from like 3-4 managers ago because we won't sell them or we put too much price on them and then they end up having their contract ripped up or going for peanuts? Well, we've seen right now that the players that are not wanted by De Zerbi or won't fit into his style of play, off you go. And we've needed to do it. Whether people agree with what players have gone is another question. But I think money we got for Vuskovic, money we got for Romero, Spence, Lancashire, we've brought in some decent money. And now that hope, if that doesn't go on the forward line, then I will be upset. I think a lot of Spurs fans will be upset. But we've sorted out the defence. We got the midfield sorted before letting the midfielders go. And now we saw the front line.
Fair enough. Yeah. Listen, it is what it is. Like I said, I've made my point anyway. I've made my point about the whole thing about the attack. I think that's where we need to improve, and I don't think you should rely on those players. Even Kudos at the moment, I'm a bit question mark on it because he wasn't playing today either. So another thing as well. So I think that's where I'm at the moment. But other than that, I can't really say any more at the moment. I think we have to roll on this season and to see what happens. You know what I mean? I will say, yeah, it's better football that we're seeing at the moment with De Zerbi, but yeah, we have to see how it plays out, and that's it, folks. But yeah, I'll leave it there because KPV's been waiting for so long. I didn't want to stay on that long, but it's big thank you guys. Yeah, big up to you guys. Yeah. Ben, answer your bloody text, bruv. You know what I mean? Answer your bloody text. You know what I mean?
Did you message me?
No, because I've texted you before. Like, Sim doesn't give me his number because he thinks I'm weird. But you know what I mean? So it's like,
You never asked me for your number.
You sent you sent me one text with a link to one of your shows. That's it.
Yeah, I know. So at least knowledge. But anyway, moving on. But that's it really. But big up to you guys. You know I love you guys all as well. Yeah, and just remember, I'm still watching. So if you say anything crap, I'm going to be coming on the show to say say my piece.
You're wrong.
You know what I mean?
To admit you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
Sure,
no, I'm not.
we're all trembling as Daigle found out today. Daigle really got it put to him today, mate.
Trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. Trust me, don't worry about that. Anyway.
I look forward to it, Alex. I look forward to it, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I woke you up anyway. Let's just say that. But anyway, I'll leave you to it, man, because I'm taking too much of your time, bro. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Yeah, take care. See you later. Yeah.
See you, Alex.
Mate.
Well, that was quite something, Brian.
What was that all about?
But listen, lots of people take box office lots of ways, but he's one of the kindest, nicest human beings when you meet him in person. He really, really is. I've got all the time in the world for him. He's got the best smile on YouTube, and I love him dearly. But yeah, he has come on and started shouting a lot on a few shows, and then he comes on to, as he says, cook me, and then says, "Oh no, I agree with you." So
it's the history of the box office.
Oh mate, that's it. But listen, I only wanted to come and speak to you. I didn't get to watch the game today. I was asleep. Miss anything? The one question I wanted to ask you is, how was Fernandes?
Yeah, he looked okay. I mean, look, at the end of the day, no one looked that great apart from Williams Barnett. From an attacking perspective, it was just a glorified training session today, and there's really not much to take from the game at all.
And Madders?
Madders played 45. He gave away a horrendous penalty where he lost the ball in his own box. But he got 45 minutes in his legs. That's the main thing.
Okay. That's the main thing for him and Fernandez. So, yeah, I'll let you bring on the Toby Alderweireld Southampton lover. I'll let you bring him on.
Got KPV in the bag.
I know you can hear it, KPV. That's why I said it. So yeah, he came from Southampton.
We can hear KPV in the background just arguing with Brian. This is brilliant.
He'll come on then agree with me. Maybe I can do that with him. Get him to agree. All right, boys, listen.
You want to do a double salvo with KPV and Brian?
You want to hash it out? You want to hash it out?
I don't know that one. I don't know if I got the strength for. But I'll leave you boys to it. Everyone in the chat have a wonderful Sunday. Ben, Sim, speak to you later, bro.
See you, Brian.
KPV.
Brilliant.
And here is KPV, people.
It's me. It's KPV.
Finally, The Rock has come back to SmackDown.
How are we doing, KPV? What's changed since yesterday?
Arsenal bloody 1-0 up, by the way, inside 30 seconds.
That's what I said in the chat I just put. And it's that Calafiori scumbag scoring against City again. Calafiori, like another Italian. So, come on, City. Just score, please. I'll call Haaland Goldilocks. Because he's Goldilocks. Like, yeah. And we played them again and we didn't lose. So, invincible. We don't lose to Hoffenheim. I do not want to hear any more shit. Because I know what Ben's going to say. This is the third time we played them and we haven't lost.
Is that what I was going to say?
You was going to say...
You took the words right out of your mouth.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And we don't lose home to Dortmund, Ben, so I don't know why you're on about. We don't lose.
We did, didn't we?
No.
Did we not lose at home to them in the Europa League?
We did in the Europa League, yeah.
Bull crap.
We did. When Aubameyang was playing for Dortmund.
Yeah, we beat them in the Champions League as well.
Toby Alderweireld, the year after he signed from Southampton, or a couple of years maybe, he did that amazing pirouette and some mad skill. Oh. No, I'm sorry, Southampton.
It was Atletico de Madrid. Like, and yeah, so I'm going to bring Ed Lawson with me to the game on the 26th.
Oh, okay.
It won't be Ben because key worker changes. It won't be Ben.
We want Ben Sims.
In Ben Symes, well, yeah, I know you want him, but Helen's made a change, and it's going to be Ed Lawson. So you'll see Ed Lawson.
Big up to Ed Lawson.
Come on, legend.
Ed Lawson, yeah, and you know what team he supports,
Ed Lawson, right? He's one of our own.
He's an Arsenal fan, mate.
You can't bring him.
Well, I brought Paul Burbeck, who's an Everton fan, and Leighton Orient, but I'm bringing in Ed Lawson, mate, because
you can't bring a gooner. You can't bring a gooner to the Tottenham Stadium.
Well, he's gonna come with me because, like, I have no choice because the people that work at the Tottenham place, like, they won't know. He won't tell them he's an Arsenal fan. He won't tell them because I know they're gonna ask him. Like, when I went for a tour around the stadium last year, I saw a kid wearing a Chelsea shirt outside the front door as I come to the stadium. A kid wearing a Chelsea shirt.
Did you confront him?
No, I didn't say anything. I just said to my key worker, Ben, why is he wearing a Chelsea shirt? He must have went for a tour there. Fuck's sake. And I saw a picture on Facebook from 2020 when an Arsenal fan went into the Tottenham Experience shop. He must have went for a tour. Like, how the jabroni did he go in? How the heck did he get in? He must have been going for a tour on his own. Arsenal fans going for a tour. Like, it's just a rivalry, mate, because Arsenal fans, I don't know how they allowed in our ground when they play us. Like, it's just the fans, mate. I don't know how they're allowed in. Like, they weren't allowed in during COVID. We beat them when they had to be behind closed doors in the stadium. We still managed to beat them. Like, and it's time to beat them, lads. It's time to. We got to stop them winning the league because I like what Mr. Box Office said. Like, look what happened to Leicester. They almost went down. The next season they win the league. So can we do a Leicester? Like,
We
Why
can.
not?
Why not?
why not? Like,
Leicester finished on the same points and same goal difference.
yeah,
the
in
year before.
2015. In 2015, yeah, and they won the league. And so why can't we? Like, I'd love it, and it will be the best thing to ever happen to us since Amsterdam. And yeah, that will be the best moment. And I know all Spurs fans would love it. And everyone, I know Brian Daigle wants it. Everyone, I know you want it. And it would be brilliant if we win. Then nobody can talk. Sit down. Nobody talk. Pep Guardiola, lad. Pep Guardiola against Wigan in the FA Cup. That's what he said. And they lost. And yes, Pep Guardiola look-alike. So
See, from the
you
Mist City
just think that.
documentary.
That's what he said. Sit down. Nobody talk. And they win the treble. Like, yeah, because, yeah, City won a treble. I know Man United, other teams have done it. But, yeah, Pep Guardiola for me is the best manager. But Sir Alex has won more trophies. But second best manager is Guardiola. I know people.
Where does De Zerbi rank?
If he wins a trophy this season, number one. Number one. Like, sorry, Poch, but you didn't win us anything. It's not your fault. It's Levy's fault because you should have started Kane in the final. You should not have started Harry Kane in the final. It should have been Lucas. And it was his birthday a few days ago. The legend, Lucas Moapid. Big up expressions for calling him that. And Cranchaw had the same birthday as well.
Cranchaw.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if you remember this, Sim. I think it was Ben and Henry White in the studio for the Brighton game. They asked, like, what players played for Spurs, QPR, Portsmouth, and QPR, and I don't know other teams. And the answer was Cranchaw, and I won a WeAreTottenham TV shirt. I was the winner. So, yeah, I've got the WeAreTottenham TV shirt still. And, like, yeah, I need more. I need to win another prize. So, there better be more quizzes.
Were you in the giveaway today?
I was in it, mate. I responded. I created an account and I responded. And so I'll win another prize another time. Like, there needs to be more quizzes, people, because we haven't seen a real Tottenham TV quiz since lockdown when Ben and Sim done it. And Ben won the first one, Sim won two. So, yeah, we need a quiz, man, so you can ask me any question. And I want, yeah, Tottenham quizzes that players that played for Spurs and other stuff. Like, how many goals did Kane score at White Hart Lane? But Son has more at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Kane has more at the old White Hart Lane than Son does. But, like, the
Nice bit of
best
trivia.
partnership. Two of the best players. And, yeah, Jed Spencer's now joined Inter. And my mate Chris Fortin will be happy because he's an Inter fan and he's saying that he's playing for the best team in Italy. Are you mad? Inter aren't even the best team. Juventus have won more league titles than Inter, so I don't know where he's getting it from. But yeah, you're getting a good player, Chris. I can tell you that, mate.
They are.
But
Absolutely.
devastated, we're going to lose him. I know Natalie Pearl's devastated about it. Daisy is. Like, we're going to need a bit of cover. Like, I don't think Archie Gray can cover right back because Poro's probably going to be our main starter. Like, we need a right back. Like, who else can play there? We got Gray, but I'm not sure if I think he should play there because if Poro was to get injured, then we might need to put someone else at right back. I don't know. Van Heck could maybe cover there. Maybe bring on Brentford next Saturday at 5:30, and
We're
then
gonna
Newcastle.
win. Are we beating Brentford KPV?
Of course, mate. We've beaten them at their ground once already, didn't we?
What's
When we won Europa
the
League.
score? What's the score going to be?
That's why I asked my friend Daisy. She doesn't know. I said
But do you
3-0.
know? 3-0.
Yeah, and
Wow.
yeah, like we're gonna win. Like, yeah, we've got. I think we can beat Brentford because we always seem to do them. And yeah, so I'm going to go 3-0 Tottenham, and Richarlison, Tonali, and Gallagher. So 3-0 Tottenham. Then we got Newcastle, and yeah, 3-0 again. Same scoreline and same players. And then on to the next game after. Who have we got after Newcastle? Anyone in the chat? Who have we got after Newcastle?
After Newcastle,
Yeah,
Forest, I think.
Forest at home as well.
No, Forest away.
Revenge time, people. It's time for revenge. It's time for revenge against Forest because Gibbs White is going to regret signing that deal last summer. We should have gone for him.
They want to know who the scorer is going to be when we win 3-0.
What, against Newcastle and Forest?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go different. Like Richie again and Tonali, but you know what? Go for Van Heck. I'll give it to Van Heck because lame score. I know
All right.
Van der Ven. Yeah, we'll let Van Heck. Van der Ven can do it against another team. Who we got after Forest? Everton, I believe. It's for Everton. So we'll give it to that. So everyone there, the first 5 games before we have the big derbies coming up, and it's revenge time. Everyone, Arsenal look a bit slower.
Every single game this season's a revenge mission because we lost every game last season.
Well, I hate losing to them lot.
What teams didn't we lose to last season?
Gooners.
Man City.
No, we beat City and drew.
Yep.
We drew and we beat City. We took points off City and we took a point off Liverpool and Minefield, as my key worker calls it, and Minefield. So it's time to beat Liverpool because it looks like they're going to get Barcola and we're going to get Savinho and Gakpo. So get them over the line.
Gabriel.
Get up, you Brazilian bastards.
All right, KPV.
I'm out of it, boys.
You're
And
out
I
of here.
know, and that's the bottom line, because KPV said so. Enoch out. Later, boys. Le boss.
See you, KPV.
All right. Well, on that note, the show is over. Big up to each and every one of you. Another shirt given away today. And we'll see you all tomorrow, guys.
Very
Thank you
big
everyone
week.
for joining us.
Big week coming up.
Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.